Okay, so this is everything you're going to need for the build. I've got a link to everything in the description and where you can buy it. It's going to cost it cost me probably less than £100 for everything. Just not including the tablet because I already own that. But the audio from the tablet, we're going to use the USB audio out, not the 3.5mm jack. For that I'm going to use an on-the-go cable or OTG cable, which allows you to use micro USB to regular size USB, as well as keeping the original micro USB for charging. So that goes in like that. So we charge it using the regular charger cable for the Android tablet. That goes in like so. And to charge it from the car, what I'm going to use is just a regular USB cigarette lighter. It has to be around at least 2.1 amps to be able to supply power to the whole system. Okay, so that is going to be wired onto the wiring harness later on. So moving on from the USB side, I'm going to connect this USB 2 hub. It's a 4-port hub which will allow everything else to connect to the tablet using USB. Now the audio coming out of the tablet is going to be digital. There's going to be 2 channels, left side, right side. But what we want in the car, for the car speakers, is an analog signal. So I've got this digital to analog converter. So all the details are in the description. So that plugs into the USB hub, and then it outputs left side, right side analog. So I've got this really short RGA cable. So that goes in like so. And then here we go. We've got this very small in size but high gain amplifier. It's 500 watts. It's only 2 channel, which is perfect for this. I didn't want anything too big because I didn't want to start taking the seats of my car out. So there we go. And then this outputs left side, right side, positive and negative for each of the speakers. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to pair the right side speakers and the left side speakers together. It runs for 12 volts from the battery, and it has a trigger which you need to also connect to the 12 volts. So I've already loosened everything off, so if I just take this out, disconnect the wiring harness from the back of the radio. It's usually quite stiff. What you're going to need to do is identify, don't need that anymore. So what you'll need to do is to find the constant 12 volts from the battery using a digital voltmeter. So set it to volts. If you look for an online wiring diagram for your car, there we go, it's 12 volts. The one we actually want for the tablet is the switch 12 volts, which turns on once the key is turned. If you turn the key on first. If you turn the key on and off, then also on this wiring harness we have the wires which go to each individual speaker of the car. I've got 2 wires per speaker and there are 4 in the car, so it's 8 in total. And also I have the steering wheel controls, which are here. So the next stage of the build is to take the wiring harness adapter and start soldering it to the output of the amp. This is one for my Ford Focus. The wiring harness is going to be specific to the vehicle you're using. So the output of my amp is left side, right side speakers. So what I'm going to need to do is to identify which speakers which in my car, and then divide them into left side and right side and solder them onto this. Also what I need to do is to connect the power and ground to the amplifier, power and relay as well as the USB cigarette lighter. Got my coffee in it, good. So this is all soldered up now. Let's give it its first test run in the car with, where's the tablet? With the Nexus 7. So let's test to see if it works. We got the Android Nexus 7 with the OTG cable. I'm going to plug this into the 5V cigarette lighter, which I've got soldered onto the wiring loom. The USB hub goes straight into the on-the-go cable. Then from the hub we have the digital to analog converter. And then from the converter we have the audio cables left side and right side, which plug directly into the input of the amp. Okay, so now when I switch the ignition, the tablet will turn on. There we go. And let's test the audio.
As the rain keeps pouring down on me and the sky,
I'm a changer. I'm friends with the monster.
Cool. So that all works well. So next time I'm going to work on using the steering wheel controls to change the volume on the tablet, and also connect it to the radio using the existing radio socket.